And we're also staying top of a news alert out of Marion County where a bus crash right here has left 8 people dead and dozens more injured. And this is 10 Tampa Bay at 6. I'm Dave Wagner.
And I'm Carolina Lead. Within the last hour, troopers announced they have arrested the man accused of hitting them. Brian McLean Howard, who was also injured in this crash, is now facing DUI manslaughter charges. Tonight, we are also learning new information about what led up to this devastating scene and who was on board.
The crash happened about 10 miles east of I-75 on the outskirts of Denellen about 2 hours ago. Crews turned that bus upright. We have learned that bus was carrying a group of migrant workers.
Right now, we have team coverage with Angelicia Bruton at the farm where they were heading. But first, we're going to go out to Eric Lasser, who's live at the site of this crash. And Eric, at this hour, that road is still closed as investigators work to figure out what happened.
Yes, Carolina, it has been several hours, and yes, the road is still closed. Since 6:30 this morning when this crash first happened, it was, as you said, a migrant bus filled with migrant workers on their way, I'm told, to a local farm to do work. The Florida Highway Patrol is still in the very preliminary phase of its investigation, but it looks like that second vehicle, that gold-colored Ford Ranger being driven by Brian Howard, sideswiped the bus, sending it through a fence and flipping over here along Highway 40. More than 50 migrant workers were on board. At least 8 people were killed, another 8 critically hurt. The language barrier, say investigators, has made it that much tougher to investigate, to provide care, and also to notify next of kin, who in many cases are in other countries, hundreds of miles from here.
This is the death that is a shock to you, and it's going to be hard on them. And rightfully so, because they just lost a loved one. My heart pleads for them. My heart goes out to them.
This will be a very long and lengthy and thorough investigation. We do not get in a hurry to conclude what happened until we have all the facts.
FHP says it could take months to complete the investigation, as you heard, but as we saw, they have worked very quickly to press charges in this case. They say they're also looking at a number of other factors, the time of day when it happened, the weather out here at the time, as well as the condition of that migrant worker bus, which they say was a 14-year-old retired and converted school bus. The injured were all taken to Advent Health in Ocala, where I'm told that they train for these mass casualty events. Many of the workers, as we said, are from outside of the country, and so the task now is to try to notify those next of kin who, as we said, may live hundreds if not thousands of miles from here. FHP says they are working as quickly as they can to make that happen. Live tonight in Dunellen, Eric Lasser, 10 Tampa Bay.
And one of the hospitals caring for those patients, as you heard him say there, Advent Health Ocala, they tell us 14 people have been discharged.
And we continue our team coverage now with 10 Tampa Bay's Angelicia Bruton, who's learning more about the migrant workers and where they were going.
Florida Highway Patrol says the workers involved were headed to a watermelon farm. Here at Cannon Farms, they closed up shop for the day as they pay their respects to those that lost their lives. Customers who showed up here at Cannon Farms were met with a wreath and a sign saying they're closed, and they're praying for all involved in this tragedy.
And even if it was one, it's still a sign of respect. And listen, we don't have enough respect in this world right now. It's just tragic.
According to the Associated Press, a document with the Department of Labor shows that Overa employs migrants to fill agricultural jobs, in this case, harvesting watermelon. It also says the company recently applied for 43 workers to work at Cannon Farms. Angelicia Bruton, 10 Tampa Bay.
This is a developing story. Here's what we've confirmed so far. Troopers say a pickup truck veered into the wrong lane and sideswiped a bus carrying migrant workers around 6:30 this morning. They say that caused the bus to go off the road, hitting a tree before flipping. 8 people died. Dozens of others were hurt, including the driver of that pickup truck. Troopers arrested that man on DUI manslaughter charges. We will have crews there throughout the night working to get more information. And as soon as we get updates, we'll send alerts straight to your phone through our 10 Tampa Bay app.